Has Haas boss Ayao Komatsu just revealed that Oliver Bearman will drive for the team in 2025? During a recent interview, Komatsu mentioned having a mix of youth and experience for next season. This comment hints that the young British driver might have secured a spot at Haas for 2025. So let's dive into this video today to find out more about Bearman's potential future with Haas and what it could mean for the team. When news broke that Nico Hülkenberg would be leaving Haas at the end of the 2024 season to join Sauber for 2025 and Audi in 2026, rumours circulated about who would take his seat next year. However, team boss Ayao Komatsu recently announced that the American team is planning an exciting combination for the next season. This statement has fueled speculation and anticipation among fans and pundits alike, eager to see what new dynamic Haas will bring to the grid in 2025. The forthcoming driver lineup promises to add a fresh and thrilling element to the team's strategy and performance. Komatsu: mixture of youth and experience would be exciting. After filling in for Carlos Sainz at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, Oliver Bearman made a fantastic debut, finishing in P7 and outperforming both Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton. The current F2 driver demonstrated remarkable skill at his first opportunity in Formula One. As Ferrari's reserve driver and with an open seat at Haas, many believed Bearman was the favourite for the spot, especially after his stellar performance in Jeddah. Haas team principal Ayao Komatsu hinted that this could be a strong possibility, speaking at the constructors' press conference during the Canadian Grand Prix on Friday. As a team, we are growing up. We are improving the team, so it's a pretty dynamic situation. I think the mixture of good youth and experience to give us the reference would be a pretty exciting combination, said Komatsu. This statement highlighted Haas's intentions for their driver lineup for 2025. He also provided a timeline for the announcement, not immediately, but not too far, within a couple of weeks to months. Bearman will continue to get opportunities throughout the season in FP1 sessions to prove his worth. He will drive for both Haas and Ferrari in FP1S for the remainder of the 2024 Formula One season. While Bearman's 2025 plans are not yet finalised, Komatsu's comments suggest that the young Brit is on a promising path to secure a seat in F1. The possibility of Bearman joining Haas brings excitement and anticipation as fans and analysts eagerly await further developments. Is Oliver Bearman destined for F1 2025 Haas seat? Despite receiving the call shortly before the final practice session in Jeddah, Oliver Bearman excelled on his F1 debut, earning the Driver of the Day award for securing 7th place. Bearman, who previously participated in 2 F1 2023 practice sessions for Haas in Mexico and Abu Dhabi, was back behind the wheel of an F1 car for the first time since the Saudi Arabian GP in FP1 at Imola, where he drove in place of Kevin Magnussen. Classified 15th in the opening practice session, ahead of both Williams and Sauber drivers, as well as regular Haas driver Nico Hülkenberg, the teenager made another fine impression, prompting team principal Ayao Komatsu to sing his praises. Asked to assess Bearman's FP1 performance, Komatsu told Formula One, "Very good, like he did in the previous 2 sessions last year. This morning's session, again, I can't really fault him. The great thing about him is that he's got speed, he's got physical ability, but he really understands what he needs to deliver in the bigger picture, overall context. He understands the importance of a session in the context of a race weekend and the importance of the run and lap, and he's very quick to improve and learn from mistakes. Again, he had a decent soft tyre run and a very decent high fuel run, so another very good session for him." Bearman was equally pleased with his performance, stating, "I'm really happy with my performance in FP1. The session was a bit shorter because of the red flag for Alex Albon's stoppage, but I'm quite happy with how I got up to speed with the car. Driving FP1 in F2 also helped me make that step pretty quickly. I think all the work we're doing behind the scenes is paying off because already from the early laps, I was feeling really comfortable in the car and at home. The long run also went well, and the car feels like a good step compared to last year. I'm proud of the guys. They're having a great season so far, and I can't wait to jump in again." Komatsu further praised Behrman's understanding of the team's objectives, noting, "He did nothing short of what we expected. What's impressive is that he understands the program, what the team needs to get out of it and what he needs to get out of it. He is receptive and a very quick learner, and he's always on board with the team's objectives, so it's not just driving. That's what makes him a potential future star driver." Reflecting on the 2024 season, Komatsu acknowledged that the upgrade package Haas brought across 3 races has not delivered the hoped-for improvement. "For our first update of the year, we brought it across 3 races doing a back-to-back comparison in Imola. We can say we've improved the car, but unfortunately, not as much as we thought we would. However, what is very good about this update is the advances we've made in our analysis. We were able to understand exactly which part of the car was underperforming. Monaco was not the right circuit to do aero testing, but in Montreal, we plan to do some tests to understand the root cause. We're already working on the next set of updates, which is currently planned for Silverstone," added Komatsu. Hulkenberg announced last month that he will join Sauber Audi for F1 2025, creating a vacancy alongside Magnussen at Haas. What does Oliver think of his future in F1? British teenager Oliver Behrman sees the 6 Formula One practice sessions he will drive in for Haas this season as great opportunities to prove he is ready for a 2025 seat. Behrman, who turned 19 earlier in May, made a hugely impressive F1 debut when he finished 7th for Ferrari at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, stepping in for Carlos Sainz at short notice. Haas, for whom Behrman made his F1 practice debut in Mexico last season, has yet to fill either of their seats for next year. With the announcement of Nico Hulkenberg's departure from Sauber, the American-owned team will require at least 1 new driver. Behrman is already considered a leading contender to fill the seat, and the Ferrari Academy driver can further press his claims when he drives in the first practice at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. "I see it as, of course, my chance," Behrman told reporters in Imola on Thursday. "But just because there is a free seat doesn't mean I'm entitled to it. I still have to go out there and earn it through good performances in F2, but even more so in the 6 FPs I'm doing. I have to perform well and show that I'm ready to jump into F1 next year." Despite impressing in Saudi Arabia on a weekend where he had secured Formula 2 pole before being called up by Ferrari, Behrman has endured an underwhelming start to his second campaign in the junior category. The Chelmsford-born driver says he will need to excel both in F1 practice and his F2 races to affirm his top-level credentials, and is not yet giving up his championship hopes in the latter. He said, "Of course I've been set back in F2, but that doesn't mean everything is possible. We're in the European season where we know the tracks and we have better understood the car. I don't see any reason we can't fight for the championship in F2, and I'm really motivated to do so. But these 6 FPs are 6 great opportunities to prove my talent and what I can do," Behrman said. "I don't place any more weight on them than I do on F2 because you need to show you can compete and race well. F1 is not just about doing the fastest lap, so 50-50. Behrman made a solid F1 debut in Jeddah, finishing 7th despite limited preparation after replacing Carlos Sainz on short notice. He believes his Ferrari experience can benefit Haas as they develop their 2024 car. "Saudi is an outlier because the grip level is so high. Every car in Saudi feels a big step above coming back to a more conventional track," Behrman explained. "But now I've experienced driving a Ferrari, I think it's useful for Ferrari and Haas. I can give some input and notice the differences between the cars." With only 1 F2 race since his F1 debut in Saudi Arabia, Behrman has had time to reflect and feels more motivated than ever to return to F1. "It was kind of like going back home. I had a taste of the amazing life in F1, he said. "If anything, it motivated me more. I want to come back to F1 as quickly as possible. It was difficult to come back, but I'm more motivated now and hungry to return." So, what do you think of Haas boss revealing the 2025 F1 seat for Oliver? Comment below and subscribe for more.